So, Jubilee Alliance affiliate parties have ratified a decision to fold up in early 2016 to merge and form one big political party, the Jubilee Party. What does that mean for them as Jubilee? What does it mean for the country? What does the Political Parties Act say, and should other coalitions follow suit? That tonight is the topic of discussion here on Checkpoint. Good evening from the KTN News Center. Many thanks for joining us. This is KTN Weekend Prime. I'm Ben Kitili. The top stories tonight.
A few passengers of concern are being interrogated to find out exactly what has caused this.
Passengers quizzed as investigations are launched into the Air France bomb scare. And Rwanda's Paul Kagame may well rule until 2034, following referendum results to amend the constitution.
There is total confusion in the whole industry.
Public transport is not reliable.
Public transportation will be totally different from what we know today.
Don't hold your breath. The planned new Nairobi city transport system is not due for another 10 years. And it's VIP treatment for dogs at a Nairobi dog spa. Welcome to the program. Our sign language interpreter is William Silla. An Air France plane on its way to Paris was today forced to make an emergency landing in Mombasa after a suspicious device believed to be a bomb was found in the jet's lavatory. The flight with 459 passengers and 14 crew members on board had left Mauritius at 9 p.m. Kenyan time on Saturday and was due to arrive in Paris at 5:50 p.m. Kenyan authorities are still tight-lipped on the nature of the detected device, and some people are being questioned. But as KTN's coast reporter Francis Ontomo now reports the incident, the CEO of Air France is reported to say that the incident was a false alarm. According to Frederick Gyagi, the device was made of cardboard.
Sunday morning at the Moi International Airport, Mombasa. Confusion. And more confusion will characterize affairs at the usually busy facility. Distraught passengers rushing out of the ill-fated aircraft for safety. Officials of the Kenya Airport Authority assisting in the evacuation process.
How's the situation been like in the plane?
We just landed in emergency.
Okay.
It was 1 o'clock in the night here, and the plane landed in the airport.
Some of the passengers too shaken to respond to our questions. Reports say 3 hours into the flight from Mauritius, one passenger blew the whistle after he found a suspicious device in the plane's lavatory. A discovery that will send panic in the aircraft, forcing a special request to land in Mombasa minutes into midnight.
There was a bomb in the toilet, and so when they said there's a technical problem, so they took the plane down to Mombasa.
So very tired, very difficult.
For close to 8 hours, plane traffic has been disrupted here at the Moi International Airport owing to this particular device that was established in the French plane. Now, bomb expert and security chiefs here in Kenya are putting their heads together to establish the nature of this particular device. Bomb experts and officers from the Kenyan Navy will take charge for several hours as they remove the device for proper scrutiny. It is a development that will prompt top security chiefs in Kenya, led by Interior Cabinet Secretary Joseph Ole Nkaissery, to pitch tent here to oversee the exercise.
The aircraft landed, all the passengers are safely evacuated, and they have now been distributed to various hotels within Mombasa. The investigation is still continuing.
Sources close to KTN revealed that some 8 passengers on board were taken for questioning, though details into their nationality remained a top secret.
A few passengers of concern are being interrogated to find out exactly what has caused this.
In liaison with the French consulate in Mombasa, the passengers were taken to some North Coast hotels as plans were underway to dispatch another plane that will ferry them back home. Until the time of going to press, authorities were still scanty on details of the suspected device, though the cabinet secretary did not rule out possible terrorism links into the expose.
Kenya, we are the forefront state in fighting terrorism because, you know, we are very, very close to Somalia, where Al-Shabaab is operating from. So we don't take any chances at all. And that's why when the distress call was made to the Kenyan authority, we quickly responded that the aircraft should be diverted to Mombasa.
Even as distress will mar the entire day, some tour operators will still find some gratification in the mishap.
Kwa hivyo nataka kusema tumeshukuru kwa ndege pia kupata breakdown, tumepata kazi.
Flight AF463 is the third Air France plane to be diverted in recent weeks. 2 flights from the US to Paris were diverted on 18th November after bomb threats were received but no bombs were to be found. France has been in a state of alert since the 13th November attacks in Paris that left 130 people dead and hundreds wounded. Francis Ontomwa, KTN News, Mombasa.
At least 17 passengers were Sunday evening injured on an explosive went-off inside a matatu in Nairobi's Umoja area. The passengers were burnt and hit by flying objects. Following the blast inside a Kayole-bound matatu, the injured were rushed to Mama Lucy Hospital with multiple injuries. Police have begun investigations to ascertain what really caused the blast.
This incident occurred at around 3:45. It is said that this vehicle was heading to Umoja when it stopped and picked a passenger on the road who had a jerrycan of 5 liters. And when it placed that jerrycan just beside the battery, it exploded. That is how this fire started. That is the preliminary information that we have so far.
The ongoing merge of political parties affiliated to the Jubilee coalition is one that continues to attract differing sentiments from coalition members. Some claim it undermines democracy and that it threatens to take the country back to the single-party system. Deputy President William Ruto, however, remains adamant that the merger will further unite the country. KTN's Sharon Momanyi reports.
The latest political tack by ruling Jubilee coalition is one that has roused differing sentiments from affiliate parties and politicians. Jubilee leaders from West Pokot County have on their part contrasted over the move by Jubilee coalition to form one political vehicle that will be used by the president and his deputy in the 2017 elections.
That is the party of the moment. That is the party of the country. The reason why it's the party of the country is that it is uniting the country. We want to unite this country. We want to make the country one. We don't want some of these small things that bring tribalism or feed tribalism or promote tribalism.
Na mkitaka vyama iwe mbili, lazima tufanye referendum. Hata ya code, kila mahali referendum na tuwe vyama vyote na tuandike mbili na tuseme kwa neema ya Mungu ndio hiyo basi.
West Pokot Senator John Lonyangapuo says that the merger is a retrogressive move democratically, saying it undermines the yields gained since Kenya became a multi-party political system. The senator, who vied on a KANU ticket, asserts that KANU is not going to dissolve.
Kenya ni ya vyama mingi imeandikwa katiba, sio moja. Sasa wanaume fulani wameota ndoto na kusema turudi kwa nyakati ya KANU ya zamani za kale wenye walikuwa natawala kwa lazima na ukanyaka hata wengine kwa vichwa.
But the coalition leaders are discrediting this thought, saying that the merger is meant to unify the country.
Haiwezekani tuseme ya kwamba tunataka umoja ya Wakenya na siasa yetu na uongozi wetu tunaendesha kwa vyama ambazo zimegawanya Wakenya kwa sehemu hii, sehemu ile, kabila hii, kabila ile, watu wa pande hizi na pande zile.
But maybe just to tell them
that other than having a small shop on a lonely street, the whole idea of Jubilee Party is to have a busy shop in a serious, busy mall, and that is the politics that we want to play.
The Jubilee Party is set to embark on a massive member recruitment countrywide come next January as it seeks to popularize the party at the grassroots level. It has so far attracted 10 political parties, including the Jubilee Alliance Party and the National Alliance Party, which have agreed to be part of the merger.
There are over 60 registered political parties in this country, all with an intention to form government. That would take 300 years if each one of them was to serve for one term. We are saying we can all contribute to the leadership of this country if we came together under one party and play different laws according to our endowment and serve the people of this country. Wale ambao wanasema ya kwamba wanapinga, hawataki tuunganishe wa Kenya, hawataki tuunganishe vyama hii, tuunganishe wa Kenya, ni watu ambao walipata umaarufu kwa kugawanya watu, walipata faida kwa watu kukaa katika kabila hii na kabila hili.
The Jubilee Coalition constituted a national steering committee to oversee the political merger. Sharon Momanyi, KTN News.
The state of the political party system in Kenya is our topic of discussion on Checkpoint tonight. Secretary General of the Wiper Democratic Movement, who is also the Senator for Mombasa, Hassan Omar, and political analyst Adam Olo and Washington Makodingo will be our guests tonight. Be sure to join us in a short while. Now, the Workers' Umbrella Union once suspended National Social Security Fund Managing Trustee Richard Langat prosecuted over the controversial 5.1 billion shillings Tasia 2 project. Central Organization of Trade Unions, KOTU, says it has written to the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission and the Director of Public Prosecutions demanding that the case be revisited. The union protested the EACC's recommendation for administrative action against Langat, calling it too lenient.
Tasia project was the biggest scam ever that any person or management of the National Social Security Fund has ever entered into. A project that was earmarked or is earmarked to cost more than 5.03 billion Kenya shillings. We did furnish the anti-corruption with every detail they wanted, every detail about Tasia project. One, Tasia project was sold to squatters as unserviced plots that are unserviced. After those so many years, NSSF to come back and say they want to service those plots. That was an abuse of office in itself. And here, Tobiko, in his press conference, and I know this is not Tobiko who wrote this, I will give you copies. Because Tobiko, DPP, is the most experienced legal expert we have in this country. He would have not written such a statement. Irrespective of even Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission recommending some administrative action against the then acting managing trustee, Richard Langat. Here, Tobiko the office of Tobiko, I know it is not him, because he can't write such a thing that we'll be able to challenge in court and we will come.
They say a dog is a man's best friend, and some dog owners are treating their best friends to more than just dog biscuits. Picture a dog spa where canines get pampered, from dog massage, fur and coat styling to a pedicure complete with toe clipping, filing and nail polish. Sounds far-fetched? Well, not really. That spa exists right here in Nairobi.
The holiday season is here, and for some people, a pampering session at a spa is on the to-do list. Well, there is a VIP spa in town, but this one is out of bounds. For pampering here, you have to have paws. Welcome to the very important pet spa.
Just as ladies will go to a spa for to be pampered and to be treated, it's the same thing.
It's a one-of-a-kind doggy heaven where dogs, which are off the leash quite literally, are groomed and pampered. Meet Dexter, a Cocker Spaniel who is barely a year old. His day at the spa begins with maintenance of his furry coat. It starts with a shave. All the while, Dexter keeps his cool. The shave is followed by a brush through of his newly trimmed coat. But more is yet to come. A bath. Complete with a massage. From the bath, the coat maintenance follows its usual drill, wiping with a towel and then a blow dry. After a grooming session, this breed of a dog, described as playful, faithful, friendly, quiet, affectionate and trainable, has a new